The Imagist movement Part-2, which best describes the Imagist movement, exemplified in the work of T.E. Holme and the Ezra Pound. Basically, the Imagist movement is the period of the English literature which influenced a lots of literary work and lots of writer in order to write a novel, prose, poetry, and drama in a new way. So I have discussed with you in the Images Movement Part 1 lots of questions, and now I'm going to discuss the my next points, which are also very important according to examination point of views. So here we have some questions which best describe the Images movement, exemplified in the work of T.E. हलमे एंड इजरा पाउंड। तो टी हलमे में से एंड इजरा पाउंड में से कौन सा है जो सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छे से एग्जाम्पलीफाइड करता है इमेजिस मूवमेंट को एंड थ्रू देयर वर्क। सो हियर वी हैव आंसर effort to write poetry of romantic fierceness and facial emotionalism, replacing it with a precision and clarity of imagery. Effort to write poetry of romantic fierceness and the facial emotionalism, replacing it with the precious perception and clarity of imagery. So these are the most important um, things, and which makes and exemplify the work of the Imagist movement through the work of T.E. Halme and the Hazra Pound. So, what did the Henry James describe as loose, baggy monster? 1950. Why did the Henry James describe as a loose, baggy monster? 1950. What did the T.S. Eliot attempt to combine, though not very successfully, in which in his plays Murder in the Cathedral and the Cocktail Party, regional symbolism and society comedy? What did the T.S. Eliot attempt to combine, though not very successfully in the plays Murder in the Cathedral and the Cocktail Party, re, um, religious symbolism and society comedy? Which poet could be described as a part of the movement of the 1950s? Tom Gunn, Phillips Larkin. Which poet could be described as a part of the movement of the 1950s? Tom Gunn and Phillips Larkin. What characteristic of the 17th century metaphysical poetry sparked the enthusiasm of the modernist poet and the critic? Its intellectual complexity and its union of thought and compassion. What character of the 17th century metaphysical poetry sparked the enthusiasm of the modernist poet and the critic? Its intellectual complexity, its union of thought and compassion. This scientific or the technological advance did not take place in the first 50 years of the 20th century, the creations of internet. In the 1930s, younger writers such as the W. Jordan were more radical but less inventive than the older modernists such as Eliot and Pound. In the 1930s, younger writers such as W. Jordan mm, radically more radical but less inventive than the older modernists such as the Eliot and Pound. Which novel did the T.S. Eliot phrases for the utilizing a new mythical method in place of the old narrative method and demonstrated the use of the Asian mythology in the modernist fiction to the thing about making the modern world possible for art? James Joyce, yourself, which is not did a T.S. Eliot phrases for the utilizing a new mythological method in place of an old narrative method and demonstrated the use of Asian mythology in the modernist fictions to the think about the making the modern possible for the art. James Joyce suggested which of the following was a characteristic of the court of James Gauthams' feasting? Which of the following was a characteristic of the court of the James gluttonous feasting, hard drinking, hunting, all of the other. Gluttonous feasting, hard drinking, hunting, all of the above. Who succeeded Elizabeth I in 1603, establishing the Satter dynasty? James VI of Scotland. Who succeeded Elizabeth I in 1603, establishing the Satter dynasty? So, I hope you like this video, which is very important. So, these are the most important facts which have been in the Imagist movement and influence all writers of this period and their literary work, and these are the most important points and things and the years which have been mentioned in your questions answer, and which explain which greatly exemplified the Imagist movement. Thank you so much.